being a Chelsea fan, I was just kind of optimistic that we'll win because we've had a very bad form this season.
Clash of the Titans between the two London rivals, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Alright, the 34th edition of the African Cup of Nations is around the corner. Spirit are high, expectations are also high. Who is going to win the Afcon? Will Egypt, the 7-time winner of the African Cup of Nations, repeat it again for the 8th time? That is what we'll be looking at for. Or will Morocco, one of the top African countries who represented Africa in the World Cup, will they replicate it in the Afcon by winning the Afcon? Or will Nigeria, the 3-time African champion, repeat it again for the 4th time? That is what we will be looking at for today. So we'll go to the street and hear what the fans have to say about the Afcon. This is Premier Sport Fan Center. My name is Guineabissau. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe to Premier Sport Fan Center. All right now I'm here with Elder now from Cote d'Ivoire income, and the Afcon, the African Cup of Nations, they are around the corner and everybody they happy. Now Elder self they follow happy, and right now Cote d'Ivoire will start the match tomorrow. How you they feel?
Good morning, my brother.
Okay, good morning.
You know, when it comes to African country, me I know sabi speak English, I dey talk English.
Okay.
So I won't talk my English, make everybody they understand wetin we dey talk.
All right.
So when it comes to African Cup of Nations, all of us will be African.
Yeah.
So as an African, I dey Nigeria right now.
Okay.
And Nigeria dem be the side where they do well before.
Okay.
When we dey grow up, we dey hear Nigerians are doing well, and if you see Nigerian players, then they play well. Okay. The lives of them JJ Okocha, Kanu Nwankwo, but after wey that time don pass, it come be like say Nigeria don go relegation.
Hi. Oh, you don't hear Elder say Nigeria don't go relegation when it comes to African football because they know they do well. And I remember they talk about the 1994 squad when Nigeria won the Afcon, that time when we get the JJ Okocha and the likes of them. But this one when they want to play now, 2024, when they want to play for your country, for Cote d'Ivoire, you know, who thinks, can you, before I ask you who thinks they go win, I want you to tell me like 5 African nations, African countries where we say, then they try for football now. Okay.
Recently, if you talk of African football nations where they play well, I go call Morocco, okay. I go call Algeria, okay. I go call Egypt based on say one more magic man, Mo Salah dey there. Okay. I go fit carry which other country join am. Okay, I go put Nigeria. May dem no come vex for me say I dey their country and I dey talk against them. Nigeria go follow. And then as we dey go now, this Nigeria, because the matter wey we dey talk now na Nigeria matter. Wetin we dey talk, Nigeria dey play tomorrow. Whether na Equatorial Guinea they wan play.
They play next tomorrow. Yeah, they play
tomorrow. Yeah. Now wetin Nigeria play next tomorrow. Now we go to know how far they go for this African Cup of Nations.
All right, you don't hear Elder. I say wetin Nigeria play tomorrow. He mentioned Nigeria for the top 5 where he believes say if carry the Afcon. I say there, so my body they shock me because at the moment we say everybody they happy when it comes to Afcon. Africa they rejoice. We see the best of African football. Now, for this African football Afcon they want to start now. You fit tell me like your players where it is they go fit shine. Where we say they get big name for Africa.
Okay. When it come to players where go fit shine, I get only 3 players. Okay. Not be because of say them be my favorite player, but now because of I like their way of playing. Okay. Number 1 for me, I go carry Mahrez.
Mahrez of Algeria.
Yes. Number 2, I go carry this Nigerian boy Victor Osimhen. Yes. And my number 3. Na Mohamed Salah.
Mohamed Salah, you don't hear Elder, you don't define him. You just break him down as a be the three big superstar of Africa. All right, now finally, because this our interview what we do now, we they take people and say they're going to give us prediction. Now this country go win. Now this country go. We go to store and they keep. Yes. If their prediction come through, they go hear from us. So out of all these people who don't measure, who you think will carry this Afcon, this 2023-24 season?
When it comes to who go carry this Afcon, that one my body they sweet me. Okay. Because I don't get 2 people where they see say and then go final. Okay. Not because I just see them, but I don't sleep. We watch football for inside sleep. I see say and then winner. It day between the 2 of them. And those two people, na Morocco versus Nigeria.
Oh, you know, yeah, Morocco. You know, so Morocco, when they come for World Cup, they almost scatter World Cup. All Nigerians and they're happy. Everybody for Africa, they're happy for Morocco. But now, it's time for them to come prove out for Africa. And you don't hear that from Cote d'Ivoire. He say Morocco or Nigeria. Now in the look for to win this Afcon. But inside Morocco and Nigeria, because we know they take two alternative, because if you take all two, you don't disqualify. Just mention one. Because if you get that one, now we will find you.
Okay. No wahala. The one when I see really na Morocco.
Morocco! Yeah, that for Cote d'Ivoire. Don't give it to Morocco. So now Morocco go win this Afcon 2023-2024. Thank you very much, elders. We enjoy your interview.
We are looking forward to what will happen at the end of the match.
Okay, right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. All right, the 34th edition of the African Cup of Nations is around the corner. Spirit are high, expectations are also high. Who is going to win the Afcon? Will Egypt, the 7 times winner of the African Cup of Nations, repeat it again for the 8th time? That is what we'll be looking at for. Or will Morocco, one of the top African countries who represented Africa in the World Cup, will they replicate it in the Afcon by winning the Afcon? Or will Nigeria, the 3 times African champion, repeat it again for the 4th time? That is what we will be looking at for today. So we'll go to the street and hear what the fans have to say about the Afcon. This is Premier Sport Fan Center. My name is Guineabissau. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe to Premier Sport Fan Center. All right now we're there with Toby, and you can see I'm already. They wear former Super Eagle jersey, and Afcon is around the corner. Everybody they happy before the match, you know. With high expectations, say Nigerian go do well for this Afcon. And I never talk with Toby here. This time around, Toby na Nigeria. Toby, how you feel?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great.
Okay, they feel good. They feel great. So what do you think about the Afcon when they come? How you think? Which country to say that out of the countries where they play for this Afcon? Which of the 5 big countries where you think say go win this Afcon?
Okay, what I would say is just that let's just hope in God and believe in God that everything will be alright. But I'm fully supporting Nigeria to win this because we have really tried to even be at this stage to get to the top, but we should just to pray for Nigeria to just win this cup. We really need it at this time of the day.
All right, you hear we say Nigeria need this cup at this time and at this moment where we say people know they smile. But if that Nigeria can win that cup, you go see jubilation, you go see celebration everywhere. Go declare, go declare. And so, which of the countries out of the countries that you mention 5 where to say go do well for this Afcon?
Okay, let's say Morocco, Algeria, and then Nigeria. That's the country I believe they can do well.
All right, here we say Morocco, Algeria, and Nigeria. All the Ria they follow for the number 2-2. You understand? So, and out of now.
And it's Akwaba to the Afcon, the most thrilling football competition in Africa. It's a moment of pure excitement as the biggest names in African football comes together in Ivory Coast. From the shores of Africa to fans across the world, all eyes are eagerly fixed on the grand tournament. Let's game begin. And may the passion, skills, undiluted excitement of African football shine through the Afcon 2023. It's a game between Ivory Coast and Guinea-Bissau, which is the opening game of the 2023 Afcon. And we are reaching live from our studio in Premier Sports Fan Center for the commentary of the game of the All Afcon 2023 competition. And I'm not alone in the studio as I have with me Solomon. Good evening, Solomon. It's Akwaba Africa.
Yeah, it is Akwaba Africa. The moment we all have been waiting for, and it's right here with us. That is the Afcon, the African Cup of Nations, the biggest fiesta of football when it comes to African soccer. We all have been waiting for this moment, and he's here with us. And it's the match between Cote d'Ivoire versus Guinea-Bissau. You know, we expect to see Cote d'Ivoire to do better. You know, last time they hosted it, they went out in the group stage of the Afcon. That was the last time they hosted it. And last time they won it was in 1992 and 2015. Let's see if they can, win it this time around. But it's going to be a very big mountain to climb.
It promises to be a beautiful competition, and we all know what it takes when it comes to African football. You have the very best of African footballers assembled right here in Ivory Coast. There's the Victor Osimhen for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. You have Stubberstan earlier for the Ivory Coast team. There's a lot of talented African footballers who are here to, play and give it give their all for their nation. Sorry, and you can see the beautiful crowd. It's so electrifying right there in the stadium in Ivory Coast. The players are on the pitch right now and ready to start this competition. Now let's look at Ivory Coast and Guinea-Bissau coming into this game. What is your expectation? What are you expecting from this two team kick-starting this competition?
Yeah. My expectation for this match today, a lot of people actually we want to give it to Cote d'Ivoire, and you can see the crowd already. The crowd alone is a bigger threat to the Guinean side because I don't see them. I don't think, though they've played in the African Cup of Nations 4 times now. The last time the first feature was in 2017, and consecutively they have been featuring in the Afcon. And so this is the 4th time. So definitely they must have experience about it, but they have not actually won any match in the Afcon. And they've not gone past the group stage in Afcon. So I think they must have learned their lesson. So I expect them to come with their A game against Cote d'Ivoire today, but it's looking good for Cote d'Ivoire.
It's looking good for Cote d'Ivoire. We can see the stadium is filled to the brim, and the starting 11s are out, and it's a 4-3-3 formation for Cote d'Ivoire. There's no Wilfried Zaha in this competition. Do you think they really miss that big man in the Cote d'Ivoire national team?
Of course, they will actually miss Wilfried Zaha in this tournament because it's a one-man mopole, it's a one-man striker that can bully defenders, walk through midfield, bully defenders, and get the goal. It will have been an addition for the Cote d'Ivoire side, but his absence here today definitely they're going to miss him a lot. But I just hope they have a better replacement for him.
Again, the Super Eagles of Nigeria also happens to be in this group, and they'll be playing tomorrow against the Equatorial Guinea. Another Guinea. But what are your expectations looking at the Super Eagles team? Is a depleted Super Eagles team. We have a couple of players who happen to withdraw due to injuries. Do you think do you see any worries for the Super Eagles in this competition?
I know everybody talk about those who are withdraw when it comes to injury. I don't think that is going to be an issue or going to affect the Super Eagles because they have a crop of players and they have replacement here and there. And it was not a big deal for Pesero to just call in players who have similar positional play and also who can also give good account of themselves. And that's why they brought in Murphy and brought out Paul Onoachu to replace both Victor Boniface and replace Sadiq Umar, who had injury. Looking at the Nigerian group stage with Cote d'Ivoire, Guinea-Bissau, Equatorial Guinea, and Nigeria, well, a lot of people will actually want to give it to Cote d'Ivoire and Nigeria. But we are expecting an upset here. Either one of the Guinea, either Equatorial Guinea or Guinea-Bissau. Probably one of them will just surprise football fans in this group.
Well, that is right. It's African football. We do say we're always expecting a lot of surprises when it comes to African football. Like we always say these days, there's no more minors in football. So let's see what Guinea-Bissau will be offering to us right there at Ivory Coast in the opening match of the 2023 Afcon, and promises to be an interesting tie between these two teams. Let's look at this magnificent stadium. We can see the fans, how happy they are. This is the biggest football competition when it comes to Africa, and it looks like, if not the second biggest to the World Cup, because you look at Africa as a continent, is the largest continent in the world. 54 countries, and we have 24 of the very best 54 teams lined up here in Ivory Coast, to fight for this coveted honorable trophy.
Yeah, of course, looking at the stadium, 60,012, that is the capacity of the stadium. One of the biggest is, I think Abuja is at more than that also, but it's a very good one. You can look at how it contains people. And if you look at the opening ceremony, it's one of the best so far. It was so glamorous, so full of color, and the attendance is so encouraging. I think if Africa continue to do it like this way, I think the African football would actually go far.
Okay, the stage is set and the teams are locked and loaded, and the whole world's eyes are on the motherland. Get ready for a football fiesta as host nation Ivory Coast goes head to head with the first seed Guinea-Bissau. It's a clash of titans, a battle of glory. But brace yourself for 90 minutes of pure football, and let the games begin. As the game has kick-started already, as Ivory Coast playing in their favorite home attire, that is the all-orange while Guinea-Bissau are kitted up in their all green attire, and it's Ivory Coast who are playing from the left to right in this game, and they are currently enjoying possession against Guinea-Bissau in the early stages of this encounter. Let's see what Ivory Coast will be bringing or what they'll be offering to their home crowd in this encounter. And what do you think the fans should be expecting from Ivory Coast? They are the host nations, and the fans will really expect them to go as much as to the final, or probably win this competition on home soil.
Yeah. Already, if you see the faces of the fans and the Ivory Coast citizen, the joy, they are already excited with the opening ceremony. And if you look at the response to the speeches given by their president and also given by the CAF president, Patrick Mosisipe, and the FIFA president also they respond to the speeches. You know that the fans are actually excited and they are in the mood of beautiful football. So the players here, we want to give them what they actually came here for. Give them beautiful football, give them the necessary goal to cheer them more.
Okay, let's see if they can give them beautiful moments in this encounter. And that is the Ivory Coast left back, Conan, who has just won a throw-in for Ivory Coast and takes that straight and into the hands of Jonathan Bamba, who was on the ball and finds into the box. As Ivory Coast finding their way into the box, but that was carelessly caught out there by Guinea-Bissau. And it's going to be a first corner kick, and that looks like it was a pressured one there from Jefferson and Kada, the Ivory Coast the Guinea-Bissau defender, who is not having any of that. I think that has to be an early pressure, which made him kick that straight into the corner kick. He could have just kicked that out for a throw-in, not
you saw my response. I must say, what?
That's the corner kick quickly taking and easily caught out there by Guinea-Bissau, who will be eating on the counter against Ivory Coast, but easily caught out there. It's Ivory Coast who has regained possession and back onto the right hand of the pitch, and it's Ivory Coast trying to pass one around himself and to try a cross, but that might just be too much to be made there by the left back of Ivory Coast, Conan, and it's going Fofana, and it's going to be a throw-in to Guinea-Bissau in the 4th minute of this encounter. Looking at the big names in the Ivory Coast, we are not really. It's Frank Casey, who is the captain of Ivory Coast today. He didn't really have it well at Barcelona, but he's starting to enjoy his club football back.
Yeah, starting to enjoy his club football back, and let's see what it brings to the party for Ivory Coast. You should be able to, give them. And that's the moment for Ivory Coast.
For this very first goal in this game.
A shot,
and
that's the goal!
The first goal. And it's that big man who has just scored for Ivory Coast, Seko Fofana, with the opening goal and the first goal in the Afcon 2023. It's a game to behold, and Ivory Coast has just opened the flood of goals right there at their home stadium. It's Ivory Coast 1, Guinea-Bissau 0.
Ivory Coast 1, Guinea-Bissau 0. It's a beautiful one. Look at the crosses. Look at the balance. Look at the shot. I think this is where Africans are good when it comes to distance shot, and that is why I'm afraid of Uzor, because he should be ready for all moments like this where a lot of shots will be played against him. Look, if you are not a good goalkeeper, I will not be able to stop that.
Wow, very good. Yeah, from the big Ivorian midfielder Fofana Seko there, who has just given the lead in that encounter. And it's a goal where a sensational strike from Ivory Coast. The stadium erupts with pure jubilations as the host nation take the lead in the Australian Afcon opener. The fans are on the field. The atmosphere is electric, and the stage is set for an unforgettable match. Guinea-Bissau won't go down without a fight, though. They are determined to turn the tides and make their mark in this tournament. You can hold on to your seat, folks, because this game is far from over. It's a high-octane action. It's a drama. It's what the Afcon is all about. And it's the Ivory Coast, the host nation, who has just broken the deadlock right there in the 5th minute of this game. And it looks like there might just be a lot of goals in this encounter.
Yeah, it promises to be a lot of goals in this encounter. But I want to give this big salute to Seko Fofana, who scored this goal. His age, 28 years old. Market value is 20,000 million pounds, and it's a midfielder, and he plays in Al-Nas. He has seen Sadio Mane, he has seen Ronaldo, and he's bringing it back to Africa here.
Yeah, as the game has restarted back, it's Ivory Coast who are in possession. They lost that out, and it's Guinea-Bissau who has just given out a free kick there, and it's that young man Ekada, the defender, who actually gave out that early corner kick to Ivory Coast, and it's Ivory Coast who are starting to play midfield and attacking against Guinea-Bissau, and they sent one straight into the other half, but easily cut out by Guinea-Bissau, who are playing in their green attire and trying to find their feet in this game. But I think the fan pressure is really affecting Guinea-Bissau in this competition, and they try to send one straight into the midfield, but easily cut out. There is Ivory Coast, who are currently attacking right now, but Ivory Coast easily also lost that out, and it's Guinea-Bissau who are turning the defense into attack against Ivory Coast. But that was an overweighted pass, as that player couldn't meet up to that, and it's going to be throwing advantage to Cote d'Ivoire. 1-0 in the opening 10 minutes, and it looks like it's a game that will give us a lot of goals.
It promises to be a lot of goals. And we look at the Guinea-Bissau side; they've not actually moved the ball to the goalpost of Cote d'Ivoire side. Most of the games are playing in their own half, and it's like they don't have that midfield players who can actually take the ball back to the Ivorians. They're just playing in their own half, and they look comfortable with that.
They look comfortable with that. Let's say if Guinea-Bissau will be giving us immediate response to that goal conceded, and they're finding themselves in the other half, and this is a counter being led by Guinea-Bissau. With this being the opportunity for them to equalize, the sense was straight to the player just to go for an acrobatic kick there. Well, unfortunately, he couldn't connect to that, and that is the big man for Guinea-Bissau there. But that won't be threatening the Ivorian goalkeeper, as they easily cut that out, and his advantage. Ivory Coast, who are back in possession of the ball right now, as the big striker for Guinea-Bissau, Mama Bade. That big chance fell into, but he couldn't utilize that, and it's currently in 8 minutes of this encounter, and still Ivory Coast, who are leading against Guinea-Bissau comfortably right there in Ivory Coast. It's 1-0, and the fans are really enjoying this moment. It has really been a thrilling first 10 minutes of this encounter.
Really thrilling moment in this encounter. 10 minutes of beautiful football, and it is Cote d'Ivoire again attacking another moment, but it has been blocked. That's a beautiful one. You see, the Ghanaians, it's like the presence of the fans, the number, it's like they are just actually scared them. It's like they are gradually coming into the game.
That was a very good chance. I think it was indecision that actually affected Mama Bade there, because he could have done better there, not even going for that acrobatic chance there, or not going for acrobatic there. A simple elder might have just turned the tide of that for a goal for Guinea-Bissau, and it's Ivory Coast who has a corner kick right there in the 8th minute. That was taken, and that was easily not far-fetched, and it's the first goal scorer again who just put his head to that, but that won't be going to the back of the net, as it's a goal kick right here for Guinea-Bissau, and it has been Ivory Coast everywhere over Guinea-Bissau in this encounter.
Yeah, we're actually expecting more from Mama Baldé. His age 28 years, his market value is £5.6 million, and he play for Lyon. That means he's also exposed, and we expect to see more of him in this encounter.
Okay, back to the game, and it's the goal kick being played by the goalkeeper of Guinea-Bissau, which takes one straight into the box, into the midfield, but that was easily cut out by Ivory Coast, who are back enjoying possession against Guinea-Bissau. They take one into the left-hand side of the pitch, and still back into the defenders. Ivory Coast, who are currently playing within themselves in this game, and they hold on to it without wasting their time, and they are enjoying the better share of ball possession. We are into the 10th minute of this game. It's the first game in the Afcon 2023, and it's Ivory Coast leading 1-0. They turn the ball straight into the right wing. Another opportunity for Ivory Coast to send one into the box, but easily fetched there by the goalkeeper of Guinea-Bissau, of a weak cross there from the Ivory Coast winger and into the hands of the goalkeeper, and that was Jeremy Boga with that cross, but couldn't just locate another man in orange in the box there, and into the hands of the Guinea-Bissau goalkeeper, who sets one straight and finds his right back, in this encounter. We got into the 10 minutes, which is the first 10 minutes of this competition, and it's 1-0 Ivory Coast lead. Now we're still 10 minutes of action already. And it's like Guinea-Bissau are really, really scared of what Ivory Coast are bringing to them. And you look at how much Ivory Coast are attacking against them with intention and potence. So what do you think the Guinea-Bissau coach should be doing right now?
Right now, we're telling my players, hey, calm down. It's 11 man by 11 man. They are no more than you. They are just human beings like you. Don't be scared of them. Don't be scared of the crowd. Just focus on what you are doing and be confident enough. I know with time they are gradually going to come back to the game. They're going to get used to the crowd, get used to the player, and they gradually come into the game. But right now, they didn't start well. They actually had a very bad start. And I just hope they don't continue like this, because if they continue like this, I'm very sure probably Cote d'Ivoire will actually beat them up to 3 goals if they continue like this.
Okay, let's look at the starting 11. It's Cote d'Ivoire, who are starting with a 4-3-3 formation. The goalkeeper is Yaya Fofana, and the defenders make up of Wilfried Zingo, Osmane Diomande, Evan Dika, and Conan. These are the 4 defenders for Ivory Coast in this encounter. And the midfield, we have the goal scorer Seko Fofana, Ibrahim Sangare, and Frank Casey, who is the captain of the Ivory Coast team. And up front is Jonathan Pamba and Jeremy Boga, who are flanking James Philip Crasso, which is the striker for the Ivorian in this encounter. It's 12 minutes already, and still Ivory Coast leading 1-0 over Guinea-Bissau in this opening match of the Afcon 2023. And it's the Ivory Coast who are attacking right now, but unfortunately that has been kicked out, and it's going to be a throw-in to Guinea-Bissau. Going straight to the Guinea-Bissau starting 11. They're also setting out with a 4-3-3 formation with the goalkeeper Oparan Joko, and in defense we have a Fali Kande, Marcelo Jallo, Opa Sangate, and Jefferson Nkanda in defense. In midfield we have a Moreto Kasama, Gino Bikel, and Alpha Semedo, who is the captain of the Guinea-Bissau team. And up front is Carlos Mane, Mama Bade, and Mauro Rodriguez. So let's see what the Guinea-Bissau, who are also known as the African White Dogs, let's see if they can actually defeat the elephants of Cote d'Ivoire in this encounter. We are into the 12th minute of this game. There's still Ivory Coast, who are leading 1-0, and they are looking very much comfortable and very much at home in this opening round of African Cup of Nations 2023.
Yeah, they're looking comfortable right now. If you look at the game, the game has gradually changed. The pressure has been reduced, and it is Guinea who have actually soaked the pressure. The way the Cote d'Ivoire took the game to the Guineans, it was with high pressure, they actually wanted to get that early goal, and they got it. And now you can see they kind of relax, and it is the Guinean right now who are playing against, going towards the goalpost of the Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay, let's see if Guinea-Bissau will be staging a comeback in this encounter. But to me, it looks more like it's Ivory Coast who might just be getting a second goal in this encounter, and there's been an infringement from over an Ivory Coast player. It's Ivory Coast who has a free kick there in this encounter. It's still 1-0, and that was easily and quickly taken by the Ivorian as we are approaching the 14th minute of this encounter. It was really Ivory Coast everywhere. The sends one straight to Bamba there. As Bamba is on the ball, let's see what he makes out of that. He takes on his man and he beats his man comfortably, but that was easily disposed at the end of the day. As the Guinea-Bissau were holding onto the ball and trying to turn the fence into attack against Ivory Coast. And it's Guinea-Bissau who are barraging on that run and taking a long run into the midfield and sends one straight. And they hold on to the ball. Bade sends one to the left, and it's Guinea-Bissau through Rodriguez. And Rodriguez on the ball sends one into the box, but easily caught out there by the Ivory Coast defender. Still being played there, and it's Guinea-Bissau who are on the ball, but fortunately they've lost possession, and it's Ivory Coast who are not on the defense into attack against Guinea-Bissau in the 15th minute of this game. Bamba on the ball there, sends one back into the midfield, and they try to relocate from the right to the left, and they sends one to the left where they finds Jeremy Boga there, and sends one back into the hands of Sago there. And still Ivory Coast who are enjoying the better share of ball possession. They've literally kept Guinea-Bissau at bay in this encounter. It has been Guinea-Bissau who have been doing more of the conservative work. They've been defending more than attack against Ivory Coast. Don't you really think they are really scared of coming out against the Ivorian?
Of course they are scared, but there's no need for them to be scared no longer, because they are a goal down. Now what they need to do is to see how, look for the possible way to equalize. I'm not sure they want to settle for 1-0 defeat. They actually came to Ivory Coast to win. At least win for the first time. This is the 4th African Cup of Nations. They've not won even one match out of the 4 times. And most of the time, the 4th time they play in the Afcon, they always go out in the group stage. So this is a time for them to correct all their wrongs.
Yes, and probably get the but that's going to connect there. And that is from the big man up front. But the referee has another option there. It's an offside whistle being blown there by the referee. And that looks like, yes, the young man was in the offside position, just some inches into the offside position there, in what will have been a very good chance for Ivory Coast. but then of it, it wasn't really taken from Crasso, the big man up front for Ivory Coast in this encounter. It's 18 minutes into this game already, and it's still Cote d'Ivoire who are leading 1-0 over Guinea-Bissau in this encounter. And it looks like there might just be a lot of goals in this opening fixture. And talking about goals in 2019, 102 goals were scored in the Afcon, which is the most ever in the tournament history, with Mahrez scoring the 100th goal against Nigeria. Cameroon 2021 saw 100 goals in the competition. How many goals are you foreseeing in this competition?
Wow, this competition will be like the last Afcon played in Cameroon. I think it was the lowest goal. He recorded the lowest goal in the Afcon so far. I just hope this time around, I think it's going to be a different situation here, because we have sharp strikers and we have hungry midfielder too, who are not just playing midfield. They don't just settle for being a midfielder. They are also good scorers. So this tournament 2023-24 season for the Afcon promises to have a more goal than the one we witnessed in Cameroon. Okay, we've just one goal already in this encounter. Let's see if we'll be getting more goals in this game. And it's Guinea-Bissau were enjoying possession right now around the box of the Ivorian. And they sent one into the box, but easily saved there by the goalkeeper. And he holds on to that. And talking about Ivory Coast themselves, Cote d'Ivoire are taking part in their 25th CAF African Cup of Nations, and they are two-time champions 1992 and 2015. Only Egypt have made more appearances in the competition. 26 times the Egyptians have been to this competition. The Elephants are looking to become the first host to lift the trophy since Egypt in 2006. So we've not really had host nations, since Egypt in 2006, we've not really had the host nations winning this competition. Do you think they can actually do that in this competition? Of course, it is possible for Cote d'Ivoire with the way they prepared for this Afcon. They actually prepared very well, and the CAF president actually testified that, and the FIFA president also testified that they've actually prepared very well in terms of organization. And now we are seeing it in terms of football. They are a goal up against Guinea-Bissau, and who knows who will be the next opponent, and probably they're going to win. And you can see that there's a good chance for Ivory Coast. They find themselves in the box to have a second goal, but no, that was easily cut out there. And it was Jeremy Boga with that cross to Crasso, but Crasso couldn't just connect to that, and he couldn't keep that in play. And it's going to be a goal kick to Guinea-Bissau in this encounter. And it's the first 20 minutes. We've seen the first, we're in the 19th minute, of that encounter. It has really been Ivory Coast who are enjoying the better share of ball possession, with 62% of ball possession, while Guinea-Bissau have been reduced to just 38% of ball possession. We've seen 2 total shots in this game and 1 shot on target for Ivory Coast, and Ivory Coast have scored just 1 goal in this game. 20 minutes gone, and still Ivory Coast leading 1-0 over Guinea-Bissau, who are yet to have a shot in this encounter, talk less of having a shot on target against the Ivorians. It has really been Ivory Coast everywhere. Yeah, it has actually been Ivory Coast everywhere. And right now, our eyes is on the look for upcoming stars. Stars will be born here in this Afcon. Who knows? A player can just shine. And out of the big name, where a lot of fans are expecting that they're going to win the Golden Boot, may just be a starter who has not actually been exposed himself. Just get that Golden Boot, and before you know what's happening, a star is born in the Afcon. And that's what we are expecting. And we are on the look to see a player who will play very well today. And we're just watching to see. But you can see that the Guineans, they've actually taken control of the game in the past 3 minutes. In the past 3 minutes, they've been comfortable. And you can see all the Ivorians, they're behind the ball. And it is the Guinea-Bissau who are in control of the ball right now. Let's see if they can make that into good. They are free to use, as Guinea-Bissau are finding themselves in the other half. And it's the captain and sends one straight to the right-hand side of the pitch. But the referee figured out and it's going to be an offside call against the Guinea-Bissau player there, and it's Ivory Coast will be back enjoying possession. And that was a wayward pass, because that player was sold into that offside position. He was so much into it, and we can see the CAF president right there, and the legendary JJ Okocha is also on the pitch to enjoy this beautiful moment of Africa football. The Super Eagles plays tomorrow against Equatorial Guinea. Are you expecting a frightful game, or you're expecting, a flawless game for the Super Eagles? When expectations are high for the Super Eagles, they don't perform. But when the expectations are low, they perform. That is what I have discovered about the Super Eagles. And right now, a lot of Nigerians are not actually satisfied with what they have brought to this Afcon. because given the fact that they played against Guinea and they lost to Guinea 2-0, it's a surprising match. They were just lucky that match was not shown. It was not televised live in any, it was just a report gotten. A lot of Nigerians would have criticized, but probably who knows whether it's a game plan. Just to scare people away from them, because all eye on them after they played against Abu Dhabi side, gave them 12-0. A lot of eyes were on them. So people, they just want to take eyes off them, and they allowed Guinea. Well, it could be part of the game.
There's a free kick for Ivory Coast and sends one into the box there, and there's another opportunity for Ivory Coast, but easily cleared there by the Guinea-Bissau team, and there was a head clash there, and the referee will be calling that game to a stop there, as Bamba is currently down over that head collision with the Ivory Coast, with the Guinea-Bissau midfielder, and that is the right process in the game of football. Whenever there's head collision, the medical teams needs to just attend to the player as quick as possible. And let's talk about some facts in the competition of the most title. Egypt currently holds the record for the most title with a total of 7 championships, and the Pharaohs are right here in this competition. Mo Salah is currently in a very big form of his life, and will be looking to add to that 7 won by Egypt in this competition. They are the most successful team when it comes to the Afcon. And we also have Morocco, who got to the semi-final of the World Cup. They are also in a big form of their own. But coming to this West Africa, talking about the North Africans, it has not really been successful for them whenever they play on the West African soil. Do you think that might just be broken this year?
All right, a lot of records were broken this year. First of all, let me talk about Egypt. A record of 7 times they won the Afcon. But when the Afcon started in 1957, it was just 3 nations that played it: Sudan, Egypt, and Ethiopia, and it was Egypt that won it. That was when, and Nigeria started in 1963. That was when Nigeria and Ghana started at the same time, and Nigeria and Ghana added to that group, and it was 7 nations that played that time, and it was Ghana that won in that moment. So Egypt started earlier, and they got, and that is why one of those advantage that has given them edge over other people, and they are having a record of 7 times. So other countries are coming behind. Cameroon has won it 5 times, Ghana has won it 4 times, and Nigeria has won it 3 times.
The game is going to be kickstarted by a drop ball, and it's the Ivory Coast who will be taking that drop ball, and the sends one back into the hands of the Guinea-Bissau goalkeeper, who will be holding on to that and trying to locate his player who he sends that to, and it's Guinea-Bissau who are back in possession right now and taking one straight into the other half of the pitch. Let's see what they'll be making out of these against the Ivorian. Currently, Ivory Coast sits first in that group, which also consists of Nigeria and Equatorial Guinea. Will be playing at 3 p.m. Nigerian time tomorrow, and that game promises to be a lot of excitement with the current African Footballer of the Year on parade for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I'm talking about the Napoli striker Victor Osimhen, and that was a good one sent by the Guinea-Bissau team, but that won't be threatening the goalkeeper, as Fofana, the Ivory Coast goalkeeper, easily captured that. And we are in the 25th minute of this encounter, and we have just 20 more minutes to go in first half of this opening match of the Afcon 2023, and still Ivory Coast who are enjoying a better share of possession over Guinea-Bissau. 1-0 early goal in this encounter. 5th minute of this game, we saw Seko Fofana score the opening goal, and ever since then we've not really seen lot of clear-cut chances for the second goal. Do you think Crasso, the striker for Ivory Coast, has actually been isolated up front?
Well, the tournament is just starting right now. Probably they will not want to expose all their tactics. Now they are goal up. We saw the way they started the match. They started the match with ferocity. They started the match with intensity, against the Guinean side. And before they could get their balance, they've gotten a goal. And what happened next? They drop. They fall deep in their own half. Just tossing the ball around. So this is football, and it's a game. And sometimes it's like a chess. You play around with it. So that so far they've actually relaxed, and you can see the Guinean begin to build confidence and build momentum. Earlier on, you talked about Mo Salah, whether Mo Salah will win this Afcon. Last season he cried after he lost to Senegal in the final. It was like a Liverpool affair. It was Sadio Mane versus.
It's a good chance for Ivory Coast as they hold on to the ball. It sends down straight but that's going to be met there, and it's going to be a goal kick advantage to Guinea-Bissau in this encounter. This game is actually lighting up, and we're currently in the 26th minute of this encounter, and I can also see Elaji off right there on the pitch, enjoying every moment of this opening match between Ivory Coast and Guinea-Bissau, his country. Senegal are currently the defending champion, and they'll be looking to also see if they can retain that title, or they'll see Senegal also, winning it back-to-back.
Senegal is one team that is in contention, and for the past 10 to 15 years, we've not seen the country win it back-to-back. I think it was Egypt that did that some time ago. Since then, we've not seen back-to-back winning. But if you look at the form of Senegal, Senegal have a very good squad. Very good squad. With the presence of Sadio Mane, we will give them that credit. You saw what he did last season. So Senegal still has found the chance to win this Afcon because they are one of the favorites. Senegal is there. Morocco is also there. We saw them at the World Cup, what they did. And if they bring it back to Africa, definitely they will go far. And what is this called? Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria. Just because of Victor Osimhen, a lot of people are thinking Nigeria is going to go far. But who cooked that food for him to eat? Who are those players that will do those passes for him to score the goals? That is one thing we have to consider too.
And don't forget, you can be a part of this conversation by dropping your prediction and your message or what you feel about this game between Ivory Coast and Guinea-Bissau in our live message. I will promise to read that out on the program as the commentary of this game, and it's a watch-along program on Premier Sport Fan Center. And will be here for the rest for the 54 matches in the Afcon. So you can always join us for every analysis and every commentary of the matches being played at the Afcon 2023 right there in Ivory Coast. And it's a free kick to to Guinea-Bissau, and they quickly take that, and they'll be looking to eat Ivory Coast on the counter there. And that's what they'll be making out of that. They sends one straight into the central defender. It's Jallo who is on the ball there. Jallo sends one straight into the midfield and finds his compatriot there, who could hold on to that, and it's going to be a throwing to Ivory Coast in the 27th minute of this encounter, and it's currently still 1-0 with Cote d'Ivoire leading in this encounter. Let's go straight to the comment section. We have on Nigeria is actually on relegation, and that is from IK Boniface. We also have a prediction there. We have Simumba watching from Zambia. Copperbet Pro as well. Thanks for joining us. And those are the comment section. Those are the comments we have. You can keep it coming. And
there's a moment there. Sweet move there. We're having to go.
And no, but that's going to be kept in play as Guinea-Bissau just had an opportunity, a real opportunity against Cote d'Ivoire, but they couldn't take that chance, and that fell straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Well stolen there. I think the referee will be coming back to that tackle on the Mauro Rodriguez, and rightly, yes, he has given the yellow card to the Ivory Coast centre back Ivan Indika, who has just gotten a yellow card in this encounter, and that is the first yellow card in this game as he took one for his team there, and that was almost the moment for Guinea-Bissau, but Mario Rodriguez couldn't keep his composure, and that went straight into the hands of the Cote d'Ivoire goalkeeper Yahaya Fofana, and advantage Guinea-Bissau will be having a free kick right there in the 30th minute of this encounter. Look at that. It wasn't the one. It wasn't Rodriguez who finished the ball. It's Mama Badi who had the first chance for Guinea-Bissau and chose to go for acrobatic instead of precision. And right here, he's still the one who this big chance fell into his hand, but he couldn't get that across goal. And still Ivory Coast who are leading in 30th minute. It's Ivory Coast 1, Guinea-Bissau 0. Courtesy that goal from Seko Fofana in the 5th minute of this encounter. We're currently in the 30th minute, approaching the 31st minute. Let's see what Guinea-Bissau are going to make out of this free kick they have against Cote d'Ivoire. 30 minutes gone. And we've seen 30 minutes of action in this game. Yes, we saw that first lightning goal, like we call it here, initial Gragra. We saw that goal, which made it look like Guinea-Bissau might actually be, one of these teams that can be walked over. But they've run into this game, and they've actually seen some moments. They've had their own moments of brilliance in this encounter, and they've seen 2 clear-cut chances, but they couldn't just connect to it and find that goal. What do you think? Probably this game is going to end 1-0 in first half, and maybe they'll come into the second half and take the game to the Ivorians and try to see if they can get an equalizer.
Of course, if they continue like this, they can equalize because they are actually taking the game right now to the Cote d'Ivoire side. If you look at that infringement that got the first yellow card, you see that sweet move, But I want to also Balde did not do well with that ball. It was clear chance one-on-one with the goalkeeper. A moment like that, you don't waste it. You make good use of it. And as a top striker, I play for Lyon. His experience, you should be able to score that ball. That kind of clear chance don't easily come. And the referee did a very good job, allowed the play. And after they didn't score, that was when he now called. That was a beautiful one. So what they should be doing right now, it is possible for them to equalize this game because I thought what Cote d'Ivoire has is more than this, But it's not over yet. They're just starting. This is the first half. Probably they're reserving their strength for second half and they're reserving their best play for the second half too.
And back into the plays, the player was just yellow carded for Ivory Coast. Ndika, who is on the ball there, sends one straight into the goal scorer, Seko Fofana, who finds Jeremy Bamba there, as Ivory Coast were finding their way into the box, but easily shelled out there by the Guinea-Bissau defender, and it's going to be a goal kick to Guinea-Bissau there, and that was Jeremy Boga, who plays in the Italian Serie A, but he couldn't hold on to that, and it's going to be a goal kick to Guinea-Bissau in the 33rd minute of this encounter. It's still 1-0. Ivory Coast leading, costing that goal from Seko Fofana in the 4th minute, and that goal was assisted by the striker Krasu. And let's look at the ball possession in the 33rd minute. Right now, it's Ivory Coast who have increased in ball possession, and they currently have 60% of the ball possession, while Guinea-Bissau has just 40% of ball possession. Total shot by Ivory Coast is 3, and 1 on target, and 2 off target from the Ivorians, who are the host of this competition. While Guinea-Bissau, their opponent, have seen just 1 shot, which is 1 shot on target in this encounter. 2 corner kicks has been played in this game, and both went straight into the hands of the Ivorians, and it's a game still lightening up. Looking at the total pass in the first 32 minutes, Ivory Coast have completed 175 passes against Guinea-Bissau, who has just 122 passes in the opening 33 minutes of this game.